Good morning. Welcome to Share Market Mike. Saturn Credit Care Network has made the first call for the payment towards their partly paid share. In this video, we will try to see what are all the options the company is providing for the payment of this partly paid share. So this video is primarily for those holding the partly paid shares of Saturn Credit Care. A quick disclaimer, I do not own any partly paid shares of Saturn Credit Care, so I have not done these steps practically. This is just my understanding of the document provided by the company in telling us what are the ways the payments can be made. So make sure double check all the details before you apply or make the payments. If you like the video, kindly support us by hitting the like, subscribe and share button. A quick background, Saturn Credit Care Network in the month of August 2020 had issued rights shares and these were all partly paid shares. The price for one share was rupees 60. At that time of application they collected rupees 15. Now they have made the first call for rupees 30 and the remaining 15 rupees will be collected at a later point of time where the company will make the second call. So now quickly let us see how we can make this payment of rupees 30 per share. Is cash payment accepted? The answer is no. Cash payment is not accepted. Can we pay it in parts? No, we have to make the full payment which is rupees 30 per share. And can we use a third party bank account under someone else's name? The answer is no because the company may reject that. So the first method to make the payment is online ASBA, which may be the easiest one. Online ASBA is similar to how we make the application for IPO. We log in into our net banking, go to ASBA and make the necessary payments. But not all banks provide this facility. So what we can do next is we can do a physical ASBA where we need to download an application form, fill the application form and take it physically to a bank that accepts ASBA. This is what is called the physical ASBA. The application form's link is there in this video's description. The third way is through brokers. This is very rare option. Only few brokers are allowing us to make the payment. Who are those brokers? Those brokers are ones who have the 3-in-1 account, which is trading, demat and bank account, which is very rare. You may check out with your broker if they are allowing you to do this payment and also ask them what the procedure is. The fourth way is to pay through checks or DD. The checks and DDs have little more formalities. We will quickly go through it. But before we make that, we have to download the payment slip and then fill the payment slip, and along with the check and DD we have to send this payment slip as well. The link to download the payment slip is also there in this video's description. And one another popular method these days is the RWAP, which is registers web-based portal. But in this case, there is no option like RWAP for us to make the payment. If you decide to make the payments through check or DD, make sure the names that you write on the check or DD is correct. The residential shareholder is different and for non-residential shareholders it is different. So make sure that the receiver's name on the check is written correctly. And then you need to download the payment slip, fill all the details. This is the most commonly asked details. If you don't know any of these details, you have to reach out to the registrar, get the details and then fill the payment slip. The payment slip is mandatory when you make the payments through check or DD. The contact details of the registrar is also given in the description of this video. Now that we have the check or DD and the payment slip ready, where should we submit it? We should submit it at specific IndusInd Bank Limited branches on or before March 17th. So March 17th is the last date. So the company has provided the list of IndusInd banks where we can submit this check or DD. This is the list that you see on the screen that the company has provided. There are two different lists. One is for resident shareholders. The other is for non-resident shareholders. So the next question comes is, what if these branches are not near my location? That is a fair question. The company provides an alternate where we can send these details through registered post or speed post to the registrar's address. This address details is also provided in the description of this video. So we have to make sure the check or DD and the payment slip along with the acknowledgement slip, we have to do a registered post or a speed post to the address of the registrar and it should reach them on or before March 17th. Few more things to remember when you make the payments through check or DD. Outstation checks, bank drafts, money orders and postal orders will not be accepted. no post dated checks will be accepted, and if there is any delay, the company is putting an interest of 10% per annum. So every day there is a delay, then we have to make this additional payment of the interest. And the company also says they are not liable if there is any delay in the details reaching them before the last date. If we do not make the payment, then we may lose whatever we paid at the application time as well. And if there is any delay, the company is putting an additional interest for every day's delay. So we should keep in mind the last date, which is March 17th. And by when will this new set of shares credited to my Demat account after I make the payment? The company says it takes 2 to 3 weeks from the last date, which is March 17th. With this, we have come to the end of the video. If you feel the video is useful, kindly support us by hitting the like, subscribe and share button. Thank you.